Hey y'all, this is the Throwback tag. What year were you born in? 1991. I'm a 90s baby. All about the Lisa Frank and Rugrats and all that 90s stuff. Do you have any pictures of yourself from when you were younger? Duh. And no, I'm not showing them because I don't have them on hand at the moment. What TV shows did you watch growing up? Oh my god, I watched so many shows. When I was really little, I watched Marty, which I regret now. I did watch those freaking creepy ass Teletubbies. Arthur. Um, watched Mr. Rogers for a little while. As I got older, I watched more Nickelodeon than Disney. Um, yeah, and a lot of cartoons. Um, what did you want to be when you grew up, and do you still want to be that? I don't think I really had a job idea when I was little. What I wanted to be, I knew from whenever I was little, was a mom. I've always wanted to be a mom. And yes, I still want to be a mom. Show a video of yourself when you were younger. No. Pass. New computer, I don't have that access. What were your favorite toys to play with? I liked my tea party play food stuff. I liked pretending I was doing a restaurant. I liked baby dolls, acting like a mama. I liked my stuffed animals, acting like I owned a pet shop or they were all my little pets. Um, I liked Barbies. I was obsessed with Barbies. Um, so yeah, I liked marbles, and I also think I probably was a piggy bank because I used to swallow dimes. Um, what's the most embarrassing thing you can remember doing? There's a few things actually. The most embarrassing one was probably the time I was in preschool and I had no, what was it? Sorry, my mind just drew a blank. Most embarrassing was probably being a little kid. We had a truck, and I used to get on the floor and crawl around and stuff. I mean, I was 5 or 6, but I'd still play on the floor. And for some reason, I had this strange urge to stick my head under the driver's seat, and I ended up getting stuck. Mom had to pull over and help me get my head out. Um, can't read anything that I wrote in kindergarten. I don't have it with me. 3 songs you love to listen to as a child. Growing up, I listened to a lot of Christian music and toddler music. What's one funny thing you dressed up as for Halloween when you were younger? Um, I had an old blue dress from a Barbie costume, but I didn't have the mask for Barbie anymore because my brother had stepped on it by accident. Because it was on the floor. So the following year, I used that dress. I had a plastic tiara, and then mom used a garbage bag as a cape, and I had red blood, fake blood on me, and vampire fangs. I was a vampire princess. Um, tell a funny story of something you remember happening when you were young. I almost drove the truck into the pond at my grandpa's and grandma's house. I was 5 years old. Dad and my brother were fishing, and I was in the truck wanting to go back home to meet mom, and they weren't listening. So I got it in my mind that I was going to drive the truck back. Well, Dad had left the keys in the ignition, and I don't know if I hit a lever or what, but the truck started rolling backwards towards the pond. And Dad looked like he was going to have a stroke. He ran to the truck and pulled the lever or whatever to make it stop rolling. And I'm lucky I didn't get my butt beat for that, but I was crying so much, so he probably took pity on me. Um, are there any special things you kept from when you were a child? Yeah, there's a few. I don't have them with me, but my baby doll Celeste that I've had since I was 5 years old. She's pretty much my good luck charm. But anyway, stop. Um, what was something weird you used to do as a child? I used to get on my hands and knees in the store and try to clean every black mark on the floor off the floor. Or when I wasn't doing that, I was organizing candy at the candy counter. What's the scariest thing you remember that happened to you when you were younger? There's two things. Near death experiences actually. The first one I remember was we were at Blue Bayou. I didn't really know how to swim yet. We were in the wave pool and I was in the shallow end with mom, and my brother happened to come over before the waves started again, and as they was starting, he went back out, and I was trying to follow him, and I was on my hands and knees crawling, and a wave came and knocked me over, and I didn't, I panicked, I started coughing and spluttering and thinking I was drowning, and mom came and pulled me up, and I was coughing up water. I also had a near drowning experience at the health club. Whenever I was older, I knew how to swim, but I was still kind of skeptical. So mom's in the pool with me, and she tells me to swim to her. So for some reason, I think she's straight ahead of me, but actually she's on the right of me. So I don't know how I got confused. But anyway, I'm swimming straight, and I hear her, Jamie, where are you going? I stop and I turn to look, and when I realize I'm going in the wrong direction, I just panic and start. I went under, and I think, just to be safe, the lifeguard who I had a major crush on had to give me mouth to mouth or something. Maybe he kissed my forehead. I don't remember. I just remember I felt really special after that. The other thing was we were across the street riding bikes and stuff because we live on a busy highway and there's a neighborhood across the street. Anyway, my brother's about 12 at the time, so I'm about 7. And him and his friend say they're going back home, and mom's talking, and mosquitoes are tearing me up. Yeah, mosquitoes like me. So I'm tugging on her, like, Mom, let's go. And she's like, in a minute, in a minute. Well, I see my brother and his friend leave, and I decide, wait, no, I said I would be 7 if Jared was 12. I was 5 because he's 7 years older than me. Anyway, I see Jared and his friend leaving, so I decide I'm going to go with them. I don't tell mom, and Jared doesn't notice, but his friend does. So his friend lags back to watch me. And Jared looks both ways to cross, and then he starts crossing. Well, I'm too young to know the whole look both ways before crossing thing. And I start off after my brother. Meanwhile, there's this huge 18-wheeler coming straight for me. And my brother's friend pulls me out of the road with my bike just as the 18-wheeler was coming close. And nobody got hurt, thankfully, but my dad's in the front yard looking like he's about to pass out. Yeah, so I had a few near-death experiences. How is the world different from how it was like when you were a child? I don't know if there's a lot more crime or just because I'm on social media now and I see it. It's constantly in our faces. Um, but I mean, whenever I was growing up, kids didn't have a care in the world, and now they do. I mean, I don't know. It feels different. Maybe it's just because we're on social media and the news is 24/7 now. I don't know. But Yeah. Anyway, that's my throwback tag. Peace out.